Hi, Cathy. Can you tell me, first of all, when Oscha Slings was formed?
So the company was formed around 2.5 years ago, and it was formed by Zoe Masters and Mike Masters, father-daughter. Zoe had 3 children and was what we call baby wearing, so using slings, ring slings and wraps to carry her children, and had become very involved in the baby wearing community, which is an international community. Both Mike and Zoe have a background in art and design, and they felt there was a place in the market, particularly for British-made wraps and ring slings. So they set up the company from there, really.
And where did they source the materials that they used to make these particular wraps and ring slings?
So they spent some time researching weavers in the UK, and found weavers north of England that we use at the moment. They help us to find the fabrics that we use, and so they're located from our.
And this material is especially made for Oscha Slings?
Yes, so they weave that for us. It's a process called jacquard weaving.
Right.
So it's quite a high quality weave. And there aren't many weavers in the UK that do that, so we were quite lucky to secure a good firm who would work with us on that. Yeah, okay. And they help us as well with taking the patterns and putting them onto materials. Yeah.
So with Zoe and Mike's background in design and the combined with the quality materials that you actually use to make these slings and the ring slings and the wraps, etc., that gave you a good product to sell to the market. How did they go about actually selling these particular wraps and ring slings to the market?
So they set up a website, and again that was done using the resources within the family. Mike has a background in web design, and Zoe's brother and Mike's son is also involved in web design. So they set up a website, and it was really through Zoe's contacts in the baby wearing community, and through social media. I'd say primarily Facebook,
right.
But some of the forums as well, right. That Zoe was able to draw attention to the company, right. And get a lot of support there. Right. I think also because we began by selling small numbers, and that was the capacity of the business at the time, but it also made them highly desirable. Right. That was one factor. Another factor would be that they were made in the UK, and for the international market, that's seen as a sign of quality, right. And is quite highly desirable for fabrics.
Right. So where do you sell these particular ring slings and wraps to at the moment? Is it just in the UK or is it elsewhere?
So the UK is one of our smaller markets actually, and so around 70% of our sales are international.
Wow. And
some of the main countries that we sell to are America, Canada. We sell to quite a few countries in Europe, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, these places. And we're now working to develop wholesale arrangements with many retailers across these countries as well. Yes?
Yes. Yes. Good, so you're doing very well after
We are doing very, very well.
After 2.5 years, your turnover is well over £1 million.
Yeah.
And you're selling to 70% of that to countries overseas.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes, it's doing very, very well. And what that allows us to do now that we have a good group of staff, particularly with some creative background in terms of our seamstresses, is to move forward now and look at other products that we can work on developing.
Right. What type of products are these?
So at the moment we're looking at it's things like structured baby carriers,
right, okay.
And we're looking at 2 or 3 designs of those, and those are nearly finished completion. Also baby grow bags, right. So things really related to baby, toddlers and parenting.
Right.
But we are starting to think a little bit beyond that as well. I think the fabric, style, colours and quality are are our strong points really. Right. So we can really take that, and hopefully we can run with that and develop some new products. Okay. For a wider market.
And have you got a strategy in place for driving the business forward at the moment?
We are working on a strategy, and right. I think really because it did so well in the first year, because of Zoe's networking and our place in the community, there hasn't been much of a need to focus on that, but
Right.
with some changing, so with the fact that there's been lots of new businesses coming into the market, we've had to start focusing on that a little bit
Right.
more in previous months. So that's something that we're building on and
Good.
working on. Yeah.
And how many staff do you employ at the moment?
We have 11 staff at the moment.
Okay, and are you looking to increase that in the future?
We are. We're currently looking to employ a new office assistant.
Right.
And if the product development goes well, we would be looking to employ more production staff over the next year as well.
And possibly expanding the premises as well?
Yes, definitely. We are looking already for another premises that better suits our needs as well. Yeah.
Good. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Duncan.
Thank you.